everyone. Now I'm presenting my Netflix mobile app review executive dashboard. The purpose of this dashboard is to translate mobile app review data, sentiment patterns, issue themes, and model outputs into a clear leadership view of customer experience risk. The audience I designed for this is Netflix executive leadership. So at the top, I provide the short strategy farming statement. This connects the dashboard back to the broader business context from assignment one, retention, engagement, and monetization. The dashboard is organized into 5 sections: executive overview, dissatisfaction drivers, model and risk signals, review explorer, and finally recommendations. I use this structure because executives usually need a top-down flow. First, the overall situation, then the root causes, then the model evidence, and then examples from customer voice, and finally recommended action. On the left side, I added executive filters. These controls allow the leader to filter by sentiment segment, star rating range, issue theme, review date range, and high risk threshold. This makes the dashboard interactive instead of static. For an example, an executive can focus only on negative reviews, inspect 1 star and 2 star reviews, or increase the high risk threshold to look only at the most urgent cases. So the first section is the executive overview. The section gives the leadership a fast read on the app review health and customer sentiment. The star rating chart is appropriate for non-technical audience because ratings are intuitive and easy to interpret. Executives do not need to understand model details to see whether reviews are concentrated in low ratings or high ratings. In this dashboard, the distribution shows a clear concentration at 1 star reviews and 5 star reviews, suggesting polarized customer experience. And the sentiment distribution translates the review text into a simple business signal: negative, neutral, or positive. My executive interpretation is that a high negative review share and a low average rating signal customer experience friction. Next, I move to the major drivers of customer dissatisfaction section. This section converts review text into executive-friendly issue categories. Instead asking leadership to read hundreds of comments, the dashboard groups negative reviews into things such as technical stability, payback, and logging an account. The first chart shows the top issue things in negative reviews. This answers the question: what are customers complaining about most often? And the third chart shows the average negative risk score by theme. This is important because frequency alone is not enough. Some issues may appear less, but carry higher risk. I also included a theme definition table. This is a usability trace. It explains the keywords used and the business meanings of each theme, so a non-technical executive can understand how the text analysis was converted into categories. The third section presents the model output and risk signal. At the top of this section, I show model accuracy, micro F1 score, and the number of text reviews. The confusion metric provides a simple visual explanation of model performance. It shows that the model correctly classified many non-negative and negative reviews. The risk score distribution shows predictive probabilities of negative reviews. The dashed line represents the high-risk threshold. I made this threshold adjustable in the sidebar, so executives can choose a stricter or more flexible definition of high risk. I also added live text input. Try the model on a new review. In the dashboard, the sample review says, the app keeps crashing and loading is very slow after the latest update. The model predicts a 79% probability of being a negative review, and the executive label is high dissatisfaction risk. This feature makes the model output more concrete. Instead of only showing a metric, it demonstrates how a new incoming review tra- can be can be managed. The first section is the Review Explorer. The section allows leadership or product team to inspect the actual customer voice behind the metrics. I include this because dashboard can become too abstract if they only show charts. The table includes review date, rating, sentiment, issue seen, negative risk score, and review text. This is also a checkbox to show only high-risk reviews. This allows teams to quickly focus on the most urgent comments. I also include the download button for filtered CSV sample. This supports follow-up actions. A product manager or organized team operations team could export the filtered high-risk reviews and share them with the responsible team. This section answers the question, what specific customer evidence supports the dashboard findings? The final section translates the dashboard into executive recommendations. First, prioritize app reliability and payback stability. Second, treat payment and login friction as retention risks. Third, track risk scoring to judge customer feedback. Fourth, track issues since after major app updates. And there are also some strengths and limitations. I keep the strengths and limitations to keep the interpretation balance. The strengths are clear executive KPIs, in interactive features, a combination of NLP things with model-based risk scoring, and a direct connection from analysis to business actions. The limitations are that public review data might not represent all Netflix users. Star rating is only a proxy for dissatisfaction. Keyword things simplify complex customer language, and model outputs should guide prioritization rather than replace human judgment. To conclude, this dashboard is designed to help Netflix leadership quickly understand mobile app review health, identify major dissatisfaction drivers, interpret model outputs as customer experience risk signals, and make more targeted decisions about product priorities. Thank you for listening.